So we are live now. Uh, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all the participants who have joined us from different time zones. Just few housekeeping rules before we start our session. We will have a formal Q&A at the end of the session. So if any participant has any questions, so they can either write it in the chat or they can hold on to that one, and we will have that question at the end. Okay, I hope my voice is clear to all the participants. You can write it in the chat if my voice, the screen is clear to all the participants. Yes, okay, that's great. So let's formally start our session. This session, we have started this series of Get Inspired to invite industry leaders and successful professionals, both from business and finance, to inspire us and give their journey of success to us, give some golden nuggets so that we all can learn and we all can apply those things in our professional life and succeed. Today, we are privileged to have an amazing professional, a humble person, and a faithful friend, Mr. Asif Hafeez. He's a senior finance business professional and in a C-level executive post, definitely, and a certified international corporate trainer for, if I'm not wrong, for more than 10 years. He has almost more than 22 years of experience in different industries in MENA region, and he's also a corporate trainer with expertise in a lot of tools, Excel, Power BI, Tableau as well. You can see he's an international Udemy instructor as well, with over 3 amazing courses. So we will I'll share the link of those courses once we have these recordings on YouTube. With over 22,000 professionals with 161 countries. These certifications you can see, it's just a short list of those certifications. So uh, please, Mr. Asif, please. Let me unshare my screen and then we can move forward, right? Yes, you can. Please, Mr. Asif, please.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Kashif. I believe you could share your screen because it's a podcast, so I will not be sharing my presentation anymore. So it's a podcast. You will be asking questions, and I'll be
Yes.
replying on that. And
Yes.
thank you, Mr. Kashif. Thank you, Kaizan, and thank you everybody who joined. As Mr. Kashif has already introduced, I'm working as a senior finance business partner role, and we are here to let you guys know more about the future role of finance business partner. You might have been hearing a lot about FP&A role, finance business partner's role, storytelling, automation, blah blah. There are so many things. Yes, Mr. Kashif.
Great. So please, can you share your journey, because you are right now you are in an amazing C-level executive post. So you can journey start from where you have started, how you have grown, and what are the things which you have realized and you have acquired. So the skills which are needed. So just a journey, and then we can move forward with other questions as well.
Sure. Yes, I'm fine. I'm FCMA actually by qualifications, holds master's degree in business administration as well, and did also MS. But after completion of my education in 2001, yes, I started my professional experience from July 2001. So it's been more than 22 years. So when I completed my education, I stepped up in the field of accountancy. Then I started my career, and I saw, oh, there was a spreadsheet lover, and it was me, of course, because I have seen At that time, I had seen many people working on Microsoft Excel, like tuck, 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 tuck. So I was so enthusiastic to know what those guys are doing, how to do links, etc. So that was start. And after 10 years, I became Microsoft certified trainer, and I started delivering training in many private organizations, public organizations, delivered online trainings, conducted many webinars. I traveled across the globe, not only in my country, Pakistan, but I traveled UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia to conduct these live trainings. So this was regarding the passion, but how I learned, that's the most important part. I joined oil and gas sector in 2002, and I've witnessed huge data actually. There was a big data. Our head office was in Houston. We were working in the evening and there was in the morning. So we worked around the data. We were fighting. There was a data dungeon. So we have to prepare report within the stipulated period of time. From that, I learned why we are doing donkey work again and again. Isn't there any tool? Then I learned about Microsoft VBA, started learning macros, then stepped into the coding as well. Then I learned SQL, then Microsoft Access, etc. So when I reached in 2009, then I heard about Microsoft add-ins tools available. Then Microsoft introduced new Office. Then Power Query came into the market, and it was super amazing. It was after serving actually in more than 13 years in oil and gas sector. It was the 2014 June actually when I had to leave my country in search of good opportunities in Gulf. So I went UAE. Then from I worked 2 years in Qatar actually, then in Saudi Arabia. So I'm staying in Gulf for more than 9 years. So that was about my little journey. And now I'm working as a senior finance business partner since last 3 years. And apart from that, although I'm a trainer, so I continuously focused on training materials as well, to deliver trainings, to deliver webinars, etc., etc. I was engaged with many organizations, like I'm engaged with Kaizen also. So I'm engaged with many other organizations. Those are in Pakistan, Australia, UK, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain. So this way, I traveled and kept my journey towards the focused mind. And what was that mind? To learn whatever new comes into the market. That's why I'm here today.
Yes, so actually it is stepping up of your comfort zone continuously in order to move forward, and you have done that one continuously for a long time. There is a term definitely which is used extensively, and now it is considered kind of a key one, which is new to most of the countries in subcontinent. Finance business partner. So how finance business partner is different from other finance professionals? What is the difference of role?
That's a very good question, actually. When I was interviewed, I was asked the same question: have you worked in finance business partner? I said no, but I know about FBP because I was learning the new term FP&A and FBP a lot. So I was successfully, selected in that organization where I'm currently, working. So FBP is totally different from finance manager role. If we compare, if you're a finance manager or CFO, it is totally different. Apart from, just forget about the C level. But what finance manager do is typically focus more on operational, because he's concerned with the closing, he's concerned with the day-to-day businesses, how much working capital required, how much total investment required. Yes, they prepare forecasting, financial analysis for the future, analysis as well, so forecasting and budgeting. But They are more focused on operational side, whereas FPP is totally different. Finance business partners are not concerned with the closing, how you would be doing closing activities, day-to-day operations. No, how you will be recording JVs, totally different concern, because you are more focused on strategy, setting strategy. You are the main part. You are the leader. Actually, you are good storyteller. This is really very, very much important. You are trainer. You train minds. Actually, you are the key player who influence setting strategy for the management, and uh, giving timely insights to the management, and preparing forecasting, and there are due diligences as well. So there are so much options available, but FPP is not concerned with the day-to-day routine. If I state in one sentence, FPP is not focused on operational, but rather strategies, who whose decisions are influencing decision making of the companies.
Exciting. So it is it is more toward which leads to a professional in the decision making role. Um, Definitely, or head of the department is one of that, but maybe some way it is more about leading the business, and that is one of the amazing things. So it doesn't look only finance, but business as a whole, and how finance can play a success role in business. So you are a number guy, but you need the strategy as well, right?
Yes, one more thing. Let me add. Few more sentences. You are working, if you're FBP, finance business partner, you are working with HR, business leader. You are working with commercial leaders as well. So your involvement is pretty much important in each and every meeting, because you are the main focal person to set strategies to help them in decision making. So
Oh,
you are aligned with all of the leaders from different departments.
okay, great. Now, because the business environment is changing, and there are new tools. Um, I think last year, September, I think the ChatGPT was launched, so it has changed the game. And we, in the last few years, we have heard about quite a number of things in terms of um low code or no code elements. Then there are tools. The analysis which is done in today's business environment, it is now a business person with no IT background can do. These kind of analysis were also done back 30 or 40 years, but then you will have to write a lot of coding and very hard codes to work on that one. But now it becomes much more easy. As a person who is in the mid career of finance, or who is starting your finance career, who is just graduated, he rather face one important thing, that whether I will go for code or no code. How, if I ask this question for a finance professional, whether it is good for them to go for all out for coding, or just to scratch the surface and then move on. So can you shed light on this one?
Yes, very good question. Very tricky as well. And for programming, of course, is very powerful. Skills. But remember, these skills are necessary for the managers. If you are a manager and you don't know about coding, and you saw a report, because you don't know how much time it will take, but if you know coding, you know better how much time it can take. In macros, VB, okay, you just write a code and you can do a nasty task within few seconds, minutes. But it is necessary for the managers, the person, you can say, who's more experienced, more than 5 years, 10 years experience. It is necessary, but not necessary in today's era as it was 2 decades before. When we started learning macros, believe me, it I know, I still remember I spent 3 years and still I was learning macros. So those are very hard way. Nowadays, you don't need to go hard ways. Maybe in future, you don't need codes because ChatGPT is there. Google Bard is already there. So it can write some of the codes or maximum of the codes for you instantly. You might have heard on, I think, if I'm not wrong, 23rd August, Microsoft issued, I mean, one more release rolling out, going on for what you can see, the Python libraries, Anacondas, Pandas. These are coming into Excel. So these will be available soon when
Yes.
they will be, announcing to roll out. So once it is rolled out, then you will see integration with Python, Excel is more powerful. If we don't know about the coding, so we are far behind, but don't, bother because ChatGPT is there. As you said, of course, ChatGPT 3 it started, now ChatGPT 4. If you open Bing, you will find ChatGPT, there. So you don't need to go and create your login. Things are there, and you can learn within, within few weeks or by taking 1 or 2 courses. But it is really very important to learn the language for the new guys because those are not baby boomers. We guys may be called the baby boomers. We learn the language hard way, or it may take years. But the young generation nowadays, they take less time to learn. So they have already analytical mind. They are very, comfortable with the numbers. So they need to learn at least some of the coding. And I know nowadays many schools are offering Python. I didn't heard about R, but Python is available, and it is in the syllabus. The student of 7th, 8th grade or the O level, they are already learning Python. This I have heard. So what I believe, the new guys who are entering into the market, they must know what LC is. But it always depends if your mind is set with learning the new coding or any coding, because coding is almost everywhere same. Only syntax difference you will find. So I think they have to have that kind of coding skills.
Okay. Thanks a lot. So it's about the stage in which they are. For a newcomer, definitely if they are coming, so because they will not have a strategical experience behind themselves, so the thing which can stand out from the crowd is having those skills which are not which are unique. Yes, if I'm not wrong, CFA has included Python and R both in their courses. So these skills will definitely, and you have rightly pointed out, it has been news for the last week, I think, that Excel and Python integration, and it is rolling out. So it is kind of an amazing. There is one thing which is tools. Which we talked about, like Python, like R, like Excel. Excel is one of the tool as well. Power BI, Tableau. These are the tools, but the tools require to be effectively used. It requires skills. So you can do data analytics with Excel, with simple Excel, which is done by, I think, all across the globe. So the skill is different from the tool. So in today's age, if you are starting your career in your mid-career, if I ask you some 3 or 4 skills, maybe 5, there will be more, but what are the top 5 skills which a professional is requiring to move forward and to climb up the ladder to be in the leader's role?
I think SQL or Python, because there are banks like Barclays and Credit Suisse, they are using Java and Python for their data analysis. So I would go for SQL as well. I will include SQL because SQL is, a very powerful language if you want to dig out the data. But if you have already the required data, then there are different tools. Like as you said, Microsoft Excel is there. There are other tools as well. Tableau is there. Power BI is there. So there are so many tools available by which you can go and prepare instant insights reports for the management. Apart from these tools, we must invest in ourselves in terms of soft skills. First thing is the interpersonal skills. If you are good in communication, you can express what you wanted to say. You can intervene within the meetings, right? You can hijack the meeting, and you can influence with your thoughts by giving some of the useful insights to the management or to the business leaders, because you're like a bridge between the business gap, what the business want to do and currently what they're doing, because analysis is the main part. So if you don't know SQL, Java, or not Java, sorry, SQL or Python, at least in this era, it would be very difficult for us to cope up in the market. But still, I would say if you don't know, don't bother. But other skills are important, like data analysis. You can use Microsoft Excel. You can use Power BI. And apart from these tools, what are the other tools? As I said, interpersonal skills. You have to improve your communication skills, storytelling, and automation. Storytelling is the most powerful. I would say this is an art. Actually, it is art of storytelling. If you learn the art of storytelling, how to tell a story, believe me, you are the leader, and you will. It's a game changer, basically. And nowadays we are hearing uh, many news about storytelling, many channels, articles, people are talking about storytelling. Even there is a one beautiful course by EDX, Microsoft, EDX on storytelling. There are other, courses available in Coursera. But this art is the most powerful tool, I would say.
Okay, thanks a lot. So, apart from the hard tools, there are some soft tools, some soft skills, which you have rightly pointed out, which whether you are in whether you are in HR operations or any other skills, you need interpersonal skills, you need storytelling skills, you need these kind of skills to work along, and they are really very specific and key for success. Definitely rightly pointed out. We are also hearing about for quite some time there are so many emerging technologies which are there, and definitely you are sitting in a region which applies which tends to take on the emerging technologies with open hand. uh, like there are terms like blockchain, which is used for very very extensively. Then IoTs is there. Then so these kind of terms which are used. What as a professional, as a business professional, what are the key things? Because these technologies have both. These technologies have the hard part, which is the coding and all those things, and they have the soft part, which you can utilize by applying it in your certain commercial environment. So how will you explain that a business professional, a finance or a business professional, whether he really wants to understand those technologies? So what are your thoughts?
As I said, that coding, maybe managers they need coding, like blockchain, robotic process automation. We heard about it, and nowadays people are businesses are shifting on cloud. So cloud is really a game changer. All our data is shifted on cloud. The reports, even SAP system. If you heard about the new SAP system, so all cloud-based, blockchain, whether it's automation. We should be well versed if we are finance business partner, and we should understand the impact of these changes into the market. Because if you don't learn in 2023 these techniques, or you don't equip your organization with these sets of tools, how you will enter into the new era? Because we don't know, surprises are there. You will real maybe, I mean, here someday, oh, such and such new language has come, Excel has been replaced. And we are working with Excel. I'm working since I'm in last I'm in 3 decades, but there are some peoples who are working since, I think it was released in 86, if I'm not wrong, so 86, 87. So one more thing we need to I mean keep in mind: if you are in a small organization, your work will be dependent on LCNC, I mean low code or no code. It suffices your need. But if you are in a big organization, you have to go for the game changing, like blockchain, automation, learning even the codes as well. So it depends. If you are in a SME, I think your life is easy, because chat gpt is already there, so you can take advantage from chat gpt.
Yes, definitely. Exactly. And uh, ChatGPT has, for obvious reasons, ChatGPT is in the news for a long time, because it has revision almost changed quite a number of areas, and we are all using ChatGPT for our work. Now I'll shift my area of questions to other way. As you have worked in Pakistan in the local area, and then you have moved to the MENA region. So there are certain professionals who are working in their home countries like India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. So for those professionals who are working there and who want to move out, change the location, international locations, maybe MENA region, UK, Australia. So what are the tools in nowadays which they can apply uh, in order to swiftly move from their local country to an international country?
uh, I think first of all, we need to understand what our goals are, what you want to achieve in your life. If you want to be a finance professional, then forget each and everything and just stay on the Excel sheets and do your work. But if you really want to compete the world, you have to be on your toes. You have to learn the new tools, new techniques. So those people who are staying in their home countries and they want to move in MENA region, in developed countries, there are so many tools. Like number one, I would say Power BI and Tableau is there. So not only these, but if you are good in communication, believe me, you must learn the art of storytelling. I would just explain in 1 minute about the storytelling art. For example, you have prepared a 20-page deck, the presentation in PowerPoint, and you presented charts. Charts are showing you the number, but if there is no story, there is no write-up explaining each and every chart on 20 slides. So you can see the impact, rather than you are presenting only 5-page summary, only 3 charts, and 2-page, or you can say the 5-page, little bit storytelling, one liner, two liner, three liner. Believe me, it has more impact. So first of all, you have to think what market you want to land. Actually, if you are coming in Gulf, so situation is totally different. This is basically, this would be out of scope what exactly you need. But you have to be focused where you want to land, then focus on your target goals, the required skill set, so that you can showcase. you can portray to the hiring team or the recruiters. So it is debatable, I would rather say.
Okay, thanks a lot. And if I can add on from where you have left, uh, if you have those skills, so you will have to show to the world that you have those skills. And in recent parts, last 5 to 10 years, there is a way where a person can show their skills to the international world. The use of social media is definitely it has can play a part and has played a part in most of the professionals' life. So you can showcase and being a working professional. So LinkedIn has its own privilege, its own way of working, and you can showcase your work, and you can be picked up by international recruiters and all those things. So can you shed light on this one?
Oh, yes, I would say I received a call 2 weeks back. Mr. X called me. How are you, Mr. Asif? Oh, nice to see you here. Where are you? I mean, I just saw he's I'm in Gulf. So I asked when he said that I applied on LinkedIn. I continuously applied on LinkedIn after 1 year. So I was, hopeless, but they picked me. So things are there. I mean, things are working. LinkedIn is working. LinkedIn is picking the people. So you need to have some sort of impact on LinkedIn. Try to write some articles. I mean, in your area, okay, you can ask questions. You can join some of the groups. Always try to engage with the people because it shows your aptitude towards I mean in the mind of hiring manager and towards what you want to achieve. If you would participate more and more, it will be more likely by the people. Don't hesitate to ask silly questions, for God's sake. I mean, just go there, try to resolve, try to submit even your what you can say the projects. There are so many there are so many links, websites, or on the LinkedIn site you will find to submit Power BI projects, to submit Tableau project, to participate. Try to participate more and more in financial modeling as well. If you would see, there are, I mean, articles for FP&A. There are series. There is an institute, Finance Business Partner Institute. You will soon, maybe, I mean, we witness there is a university. You need to qualify from that university to become finance business partner.
Okay, great. Yes, definitely. These are important part. And taking clue from the questions which I asked, uh, certifications definitely play a very important role, and it showcase what you can do. And if you are certified from an international renowned organization like Microsoft, so it can play an amazing role, and you can stand out uh, from the crowd. Because you are holding a lot of certifications. I've just taken few because there was no room in this slide, but there are definitely a lot of certifications, and rightly so. So can you shed light on this one? Because if a person is working, so they can also enhance their
Yes.
portfolio.
Thanks for these questions. Actually, I missed this part when you asked the impact of the first question regarding impact of finance business partnering. Believe me, certifications will provide you some sort of what you can say. You will feel relaxed after getting certification because once you are certified, it will automatically speak that this certification is the stamp certification. If you have done it from Microsoft, I mean few of the certifications like Microsoft certified trainer. I'm the international I'm the member of from international Microsoft certified trainer. I'm the financial modeling valuation analyst. I'm the Modano financial with A plus. I'm certified, etc. So if I'm speaking something by holding certifications, the valid certifications in my field, then there are likely chances to be hired. There are likely chances to be tapped for people who are looking for the trainers or for the speakers. If I'm not certified today, maybe Mr. Kashi will totally ignore me.
That's another question. Okay. Yes, I definitely totally agree with this one. it speaks a lot as far as if a person is certified and he has this certification will do the talk. The person will have to be just to show the skills. Now, as far as your current role is concerned, it's more about strategy. So if a person is working in, say, managerial role, all the closings and all those things, so and he want to shift toward the finance business partnering, towards strategy, what is a journey where he can learn certain things and shift himself from one role to another role? So what is it? It's a good way to shift from this part to this part.
Very tricky question again. Okay. If you are a finance manager in any company, I would rather say, please don't stick with your with your task, with your JD, job description, right? If you are sticking with your JD, believe me, there's no room that you can improve. If you want really stand out of the crowd, to if you want to make an impact, you have to be courageous. You have to be the taking challenges. Actually, you're not shy with the challenges. You are taking challenges. You are participating in the meeting. You are you have an impact. Whenever you are given chance, you make an impact. So this is pretty much important. Don't go in the meetings or do your job like if you have completed your 1 year contract or 2 year contract within organization. Please don't do your task. Don't complete, I mean, just do your 9 to 5 job and complete your JD, go home. No, you have to be a critical thinker, because there are so many options available. You're not doing job for today. You are forcing yourself where you want to be in the future. If you want to be in the future and you are a finance manager, you want to be finance business partner, so what is the best way? Engage all the leaders, call them. There is one exercise in a year that is called the budgeting exercise. So you can involve all the stakeholders in one table to present the budget. If you are gathered, for example, OPEX and CAPEX, so why not to have different sets of analysis? You have the tools. Nowadays, there is an excuse, I don't have money. All the courses are freely available. $10. Udemy is giving you each and every course in $10, right? So there, and EDX is giving you free. Coursera is giving you free unless you get the certification. But important is to have the change from here, the change in the mindset. So this is pretty much important.
Rightly so, rightly so. There are definitely some of the questions which are asked by the participants. Mr. Jawad has asked one question, that could you please compare the finance business partner from the fractional CFO?
Functional or fractional?
Fractional, I think it is not functional, it's fractional CFO.
Fractional? Okay. Maybe I'm in the functional CFO or the CFO. Okay.
Okay.
CFO is more likely in the strategy and in the business, but the finance business partner is engaged on not on the daily basis, but each and every time. You are the main, what you can say, the main, you are the main contact in finance to present the analysis, because you are doing the analysis and your analysis are making an impact in decision making and setting strategy, while CFO role is not to present the analysis, to do the forecasting, all other things, but they help. CFO helps in making strategy, but the CEO who is involved in the operational matters, like if you say the business, but if you are FBP, you are into the business, you are dealing with commercials, you are dealing with salespeople, you have a different set of KPIs, and you are asking, giving actually analysis and asking your teams, the leaders, okay, these are your results. So tell us where we can help you. Instead, CFO would ask, okay, these are the results, and he will submit the results with some of the recommendations. But finance business partner have more area to play, more insights to give. So this is totally different from the CFO, but it comes under the CFO in the end.
Okay, okay. Thanks a lot. So now I will request the participants to please raise your hand if you have any question, and we'll have a privilege of asking this question to Mr. Asif Hafeez. So any participant who has any questions, they can raise their hand, and I will allow you to speak. Okay, I think we have covered quite a number of questions which were expected by the participants. So they and if any participant have any questions, so definitely we'll be more than happy to answer your question. At the end, definitely, just my last question, which I think you have already answered. A new graduate, a fresh graduate who just completed his university degree, and he's looking for to play his role in the professional life. What is your advice to that very fresh graduate from university, from ACCA? He's just very fresh. He's just looking for to get hired or to start his professional career.
Yes, first of all, see, you have to advance your career, advance your education actually by focusing what you want to achieve in future. Secondly, go for the professional certifications like CPA, like there's one more professional certification I heard, financial planner, I believe. So there are you can go for SEMA, you can go for FPNA. I think there are so many more certifications will be coming in future. And FMVA, financial modeling valuation analyst. Then you can there are a lot of things for in terms of certifications or learning these skills. But important is to invest in yourself in the right time and in the on the right side. In your area, be first of all focus on your area. If you want data sites, so there are different sites like data engineering. If you are data engineer, your field is totally different. If you are data and analytics, so your field is different. So Excel is your buddy, Power BI is your buddy, Tableau is your friend. So you need more focus what you want to achieve and invest in yourself. Believe me, if you will invest today, it will pay you off after 5-10 years.
Yes, rightly so. Rightly so. I totally agree with this one. First, select the path and then invest yourself and move on. There's just one question by Mr. Jawad. What's the first to go reporting tool after Excel to upskill a finance professional? So I will again, Mr. Jawad, if you are, you can unmute your mic so you can ask your question right away. What you want to ask?
Yes.
Hi there. I was inquiring about we heard the emerging tools like Python, the BI tools. My question is more related to the reporting tools. For the finance profession who has a solid grip on Excel, what tool would you suggest he should go for reporting purpose? Whether it would Tableau, Power BI, or use of Python. I mean, there are so many tools available. So, a starter who has a solid grip on Excel, which tool he should opt for?
Yeah, it is actually he or she can go for either Power BI and Tableau. Both are equally good. Uh, Power BI is the leader into the market. You will find the biggest community of business intelligence tools. So there's one Gartner's report. You can read about that report, and you will find Power BI is the leader, following Tableau. So those two tools I would suggest. But I have seen many organizations, because while delivering Power BI training, so when I asked them what you guys are doing so far for business intelligence tool, they said, yes sir, we are already using intelligence tool. What tools you are using? We are using SAC. SAC is the tool by SAP, right? So there is SAP analytics tool is already there. It depends. If your organization is using any other tool, you have to, use that tool. But if you are looking for your personal interest or personal career, Power BI, and after that, Tableau. Mr. Kashif,
Great.
I think you will second me, or you have
Yes,
any
yes.
contradiction statement?
No, exactly. I'll definitely second you. I'll try to add more to this one. Power BI is kind of an amazing one tool, and there is one skill which is data analytics and visualization. There is another skill which is data wrangling. So if you are in business and you are in finance professional in reporting, so you will face this thing that data is coming from different areas, different ERPs, and it is hard to handle in Excel. So then you will require, uh, apart from Power BI, you will require some other tools as well, for data wrangling skill. So data wrangling skill can be worked out using Power Query. Definitely, SQL and Python can also work. And now, once we are hearing this recently, that Excel has the Python, and it is already announced. So depending on your role, you can have both wrangling, Python, SQL if it is required, but definitely an all-round tool. I'll go for Power BI, because Power BI has Power Query, which is used for data wrangling and data analytics and visualization all together. So it's a complete combo. Yes. Okay. So there is one hand raise, Amika. So I will request you to please, Amika, please, can you? Yes, you can.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. This has been very rewarding so far. I just want to get I need help with respect to like advice. So I'm currently in the operations division of my institution, and for me, operations is more like a drag, and it's I'm not. I feel I'm undervalued. I feel like I'm not doing so much. I'm not doing as much as I would want to contribute to the organization. So I'm considering a move from. Considering a move into the fintech industry, and another part of it is I need to understand what to do, because I have tried the data analysis. I've tried doing Power BI. I've tried doing Python, but I didn't really get it because I have an accounting background. And so I don't know what to do, because I want to switch from operations to probably strategy, trading, and even fintech, Python and stuff that can help me add more value to organizations and even do stuff for myself, and then just regular operations and stuff like that. I just need guidance and help in that. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Amika. Ms. Kashi, you want to speak, or should I continue?
You can start, and then I can
Okay.
second.
Right. So, Emeka, yes, it happens sometimes. We feel that we are stuck, and this is our test basically. If you are stuck in operations and you're not learning, so one thing you can do, because you cannot all alone go tomorrow and change your job. No, or maybe while being there, you can do something which is different. So what you need to do is to try to learn some of the new skills like Power BI, Tableau, etc. If you are learning and you are creating a report which have the impact in the decision making, and you're doing it different ways, so people are noticing you, then try to publish some of the reports in LinkedIn on your social media. Believe me, this way you will be getting noticed, and this way, I mean, you can do a lot. And don't even let that the opportunity to highlight yourself on LinkedIn.
Great. That's a golden nugget, that if you want to be something, just try to be something, show that you have those skills, and definitely you will be picked up soon. Thank you. So I think we are about we have crossed the limit. So I would like to thank Mr. Asif. It was a privilege to have Mr. Asif Hafeez over here, and I would like to thank all the participants as well who have taken their precious time to join us. Thanks a lot, Mr. Asif Hafeez, and let's catch up next time, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kashu, and thank you very much, everybody who bear us for 45 minutes. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.